Strange things are happening in President Hakainde Hichilema's government, and the Zambian people are watching closely, some with rising concern, others with disbelief. When the UPND administration took office in 2021, many hoped that the winds of change would finally sweep across the nation. There was a renewed sense of optimism, a belief that Zambia was on the cusp of transparency, economic recovery, and restored dignity. But now, beneath the surface of the official speeches and reform rhetoric, a series of strange and unsettling developments are beginning to unravel the fabric of that promise. In recent months, questions have swirled around appointments, policy decisions, selective justice, and an increasingly tense relationship between the government and its critics. What was once billed as a government for the people is now coming under fire for actions that seem to contradict the very principles it claimed to uphold: integrity, justice, and economic reform. While President Hichilema continues to project a message of hope, cracks in the foundation are becoming hard to ignore. One of the most baffling developments involves the growing politicization of law enforcement and intelligence agencies. There are widespread concerns that state institutions are being used to intimidate opposition voices, civil society, and even members of the media. Dissenters, critics, and whistleblowers are facing investigations, arbitrary detentions, or bureaucratic pushback. These aren't just accusations from opposition parties, they are echoed by respected legal experts and governance watchdogs who say the democratic space is shrinking under the weight of quiet authoritarianism. At the heart of this political theater is the question: has President Hichilema lost control of the very system he vowed to clean up, or is he fully aware and endorsing what's happening behind the scenes? Either possibility is troubling. The promise of a corruption-free Zambia is now colliding with emerging scandals and behind-closed-doors dealings. Some government contracts, especially in infrastructure and mining, are being awarded without full disclosure. Critics argue that the new elite is merely a replacement for the old guard. Wealth and influence have changed hands, but not the methods. Then there's the bizarre management of national issues like energy and healthcare. Load shedding has returned with a vengeance in several parts of the country, raising serious concerns about the reliability and planning capacity of the energy sector. While the government attributes this to changing rainfall patterns and hydroelectric strain, others believe it's the result of policy missteps and lack of accountability. Simultaneously, hospitals continue to face shortages of essential drugs and equipment, despite budgetary increases and donor support. Citizens are left wondering, where is the money really going? Internationally, Zambia's foreign policy has grown increasingly complicated. The balancing act between Western partners and new global players is resulting in confusion, not cooperation. Questions are being asked about why Zambia continues to borrow heavily, even after achieving partial debt restructuring. What does this mean for future generations who will inherit these obligations? Even more puzzling is the silence or deflection when citizens demand answers. Instead of dialogue, they are met with carefully crafted press statements and vague promises of reform. There is growing discontent among young people, once the bedrock of Hichilema support, who now say they feel abandoned. Unemployment remains high. Prices of essential goods have skyrocketed. And while government statistics tell a story of growth, many Zambians say they see none of it in their daily lives. Are these just teething problems of a reformist government, or do they point to something deeper, something broken? The lack of transparency, creeping authoritarian tendencies, and a widening gap between the political elite and ordinary citizens are raising alarm bells across the country. Even within the UPND ranks, murmurs of discontent are reportedly growing. Cabinet unity appears strained. Decisions are increasingly centralized, with little room for dissenting voices. What is most strange, and perhaps most dangerous, is that these developments are being normalized. The government's messaging machine is working overtime to convince the public that all is well, that things are under control. But as history has taught us, denial can only hold back truth for so long. The people of Zambia are not blind. They see. They talk. They remember. As we continue to monitor what's unfolding in this administration, the question remains, will President Hichilema course correct and fulfill the promise that swept him to power, or will his legacy be one of missed opportunities and veiled intentions? If you found this video informative and you care about the future of Zambia, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your voice matters, and together, we must hold leadership accountable. The strange things happening now may define the path our country takes for decades to come. Stay informed. Stay engaged.